Welcome to GreenBiz Studio. I'm John Davies, Senior Vice President at GreenBiz, and I'm excited to be speaking with Sharelynn Moore, Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at Bloom Energy. Welcome, Sharelynn.
Hello, nice to be here, John.
So, Sharelynn, it's been a while since we've caught up with Bloom. What is new at Bloom Energy, and what has your team been working on?
Well, there is a lot new at Bloom. Things are exciting for Bloom and exciting for our whole industry. One of the most recent and exciting things for us, we just unveiled and launched our electrolyzer to the market to produce clean, low-cost hydrogen. As you probably already know, Bloom is the world leader in solid oxide fuel cell technology. So there's various chemistries of fuel cells, and solid oxide is what Bloom founded itself upon to help oxygenate the very first mission to Mars. So our founder and CEO, KR Sridhar, has been perfecting this technology for over 20 years. And our original technology was an electrolyzer. And when you run an electrolyzer in reverse, you actually have a fuel cell that takes a form of fuel and turns it into electricity. That's what we'd been commercializing. And when the time was right, we knew we were going to deal in and provide the same solid oxide platform as an electrolyzer. So big moment for us to unveil that this week and launch the technology officially. I think the world knew we were going to be involved in hydrogen, but our product is been under test and is far enough along, so we wanted to officially unveil the product.
That's very exciting, especially when you think about the U.S. Department of Energy's Hydrogen Earthshot initiative, which includes reducing the cost of hydrogen by 80% to $1 per kilogram in a decade. So from your perspective with this launch, is this an achievable objective?
We think it is achievable. We recently had Secretary Granholm as part of our Bloom Energy Aspire series, along with other industry dignitaries, and she really sets the tone in innovation and willingness to take pragmatic steps toward the path to a zero carbon future. And she recognizes, as the rest of us, that practical policies to lower the cost of hydrogen is what's key. What's incredible is we have incredible renewable technologies in solar and wind, but they're intermittent. And there are times the wind doesn't blow and the sun doesn't shine. Meanwhile, we'd had traditional sources of energy that weren't zero carbon, but they were continuous, low cost, and steady state. What hydrogen brings is the opportunity to provide power and storage that is both clean and renewable, but is also steady state and can fill in the gaps of intermittency. So we really do need hydrogen to get to zero carbon. And I know she's passionate with the Earthshot, and we're right there with the rest of the world in providing our share, our part in our electrolyzer. I'd mentioned earlier that we've been the world leader in solid oxide, and what's different about our electrolyzer is it runs at higher temperature. That's the solid oxide chemistry, how it works. Other electrolyzers you may have heard of, PEM or alkaline, run at lower temperatures. And just by the sheer laws of science, a higher temperature electrolyzer takes less electricity to split the water molecule to generate hydrogen. And the largest source of cost in producing clean hydrogen is the electricity required for that process. So our higher temperature electrolyzer has a sheer scientific advantage. So we were eager to get the product to market and deal in helping the world get to low cost clean hydrogen.
Great. So we're running out of time, but just, you mentioned that your founder leads a lot of innovation there. what's it going to take in terms of innovation to get to a future of low cost, clean hydrogen market in the next 10 or 20 years?
Well, we're going to need a mix of practical policies that incent the right things and allow industry to innovate and build the supply and the access, the source of hydrogen where and when we need it, with policies that are going to incent getting the costs down. We're going to require industry collaboration. Some of the most remarkable ways that the business model in energy innovates with hydrogen is how it becomes part of the integrated energy solution, working alongside traditional storage, working alongside, solar plants, working alongside wind, and working alongside industry and within industry. So it's that collaboration, and it takes really innovative leaders with the vision to help lead the way. It is not an easy task to get the hydrogen at the cost where and when we need it. So we all have to work together.
That's great. Well, it's very exciting times. I've been speaking with Sharelynn Moore, Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at Bloom Energy. Thanks, Sharelynn.
You're welcome, John. Great talking with you. Take care.